break. Gotta get back on track with this impact. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm on that self-improvement. Meditate, maybe take a psychedelic. Take a day off to self-develop. Treat yourself. Find your time. Give just what you get and have a good day. Whoa. Gonna have a good day. Whoa. Gonna have a good day. Good day. Whoa. Whoa.
How'd you first get into music?
Um, that's kind of hard to say. I mean, I got into listening to a lot of music through, I feel like my dad and my mom. I mean, my dad used to listen to like Pink Floyd, and I really got into Pink Floyd and like the Beatles through him. And my mom liked a lot of like disco and Motown, and I had listened to a lot of stuff like that through her. And I mean, that's basically it, man. I mean, like it just kind of stemmed from that, and then just like friends. I got gifted like a System of a Down CD in middle school, and Tony, the guy who started the band with me in middle school, we also traded CDs. I gave him my Gorillaz CD, and he gave me his Sublime CD, and that expanded our music genres together. And yeah, that's kind of all she wrote.
Word.
Welcome to the skate party. Welcome to the skate party. The entrance fee will not be free. It's a skate party. Welcome to the skate party. Welcome to the skate party. The entrance fee will not be free.
Was the Odd Advantage your first musical project?
No. I had a punk band called Anti-Control in high school, and it was just a couple friends of mine. We played our school once. We played a couple little small things, and we're pretty active on like Reverb Nation for a little while, and then just it didn't end up working out. I was a little shit back then too, so it makes a lot of sense. But I learned a lot from that, and yeah, after that, while I was still in high school, started the Odd Advantage near the end of my high school life.
Word. Tell me a bit about An Odd We Trust. How did that go down? It said that there were some old recordings or old songs from back in the day.
Yeah, man. I mean that In Odd We Trust thing, dude. That was it's crazy. We actually recorded that thing like 3 times, and it was actually like a collection of like 10 songs. It's connected to our songs we wrote in high school, because the songs we wrote in high school, those are actually the songs that were supposed to be on that record, In Odd We Trust, back in the day. We recorded with my sister once. We tried to record with her and her fiance at the time, and then we finally found our studio that we liked in Lake Elsinore, and we recorded one session with them, and we weren't the biggest fan of it. And then we came back and recorded again. And that second time that we recorded in 2015 was those recordings. And we ended up releasing those 5. There was a couple more on there. There's actually a couple that we had from that era of like Skank Party and like One Girl and Change, other recordings and different versions and variations of those songs. And they were not good enough in my opinion, so they didn't end up getting released. Only 5 got released, and yeah, it was crazy, man. And we were sitting on so much music for so long, and we never made new music because we never released the old music. And so songs we wrote in high school was kind of just like closure through Odd We Trust, because yeah, we had those were just like our original songs that we had, and we never really got to fully release all those in a way that we wanted to in a big release or anything like that. So it just came out in little increments. Even that single Mystical Herb, that was a part of it too. Those are a part of like our old songs. But yeah, that's In Odd We Trust, man. 2015.
Yep. It was a great 5 songs. It was a great 5 songs. It was It was a good introduction when I was going through your discography, right? That was up on the Bandcamp. I really dug that Bridge City session that you guys did up on the line. It was the 13 minutes of awesome, awesome.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, we had so much fun doing that. We had a really good time going up there and everything like that. And the session was fun. And I'm glad we did that too, because like a big part of us is our live performance. I mean, like a lot of people like us, like we have a lot of people who enjoy us and stuff, but it's always like different when they see us live. Live, we're a whole different animal. And now, even more, even more so than before with those Bridge City sessions, we're so much better now live. We're like, we're so dialed in right now. I'm so proud of the band right now. I think we're a million times better than that Bridge City Sessions era. And I have a lot of people telling me that too. I'm not just saying that from the top of my head. A lot of people are saying that like we're better now than we were before. But yeah, performances has always been, I feel like the highest point of the band is seeing us live. We have, I don't know, we have really good energy. We have really good energy and we try and be explosive when we're out there. Um, but yeah, the Bridge City Sessions thing was fun. Those videos are fun, and yeah, it was a good experience.
Word, word.
Don't associate with those people. Don't associate with those people. I know it's about catch to everybody. Don't associate with those people. Don't associate with those people. Don't associate with those people. I know it's about catch to everybody. Don't associate with those people.
I also enjoyed that song that you put out in February 2020. We Are Enough. That was a great track as well.
Yeah, that was probably like our 2.0 days. Like that was a little bit after the In We Trust songs. And I had that little recording. It's only on YouTube and Bandcamp. We actually have a recording of it from the last studio session that was in songs we wrote in high school. But I have to redo some stuff on it, so that one's probably going to come out at a later date as a better revised version. But yeah, We Are Enough is a good song. I have a lot I want to do to that one. I want to make it. We have a lot. I have a lot of good ideas for that one, so it'll be realized soon, hopefully. Hopefully.
Word, word, word.
It's all about mediation. It's sick until I have advantage. They don't know nothing about it. Hey now, they don't know nothing about it. Hey now, they don't know nothing about it. Give them a break, y'all. Hey now, they don't know nothing about it. Hey now, they give them a break.
Pandas in the Pandemic. Tell me about that. It released in August of 2021.
Yes. So Pandas and Pandemic was our that was like our new version of TOA, that we were writing new material, trying to get away from like the old material that we've been playing and doing for so long. And, we're starting to put out something new and stuff, and definitely diving into like different avenues with the type of ska we were doing. And all that was recorded here at our house, me and Austin's house. Austin and Biggs were co-producing it with us while we were recording and all that stuff. So we did it ourselves. It was all DIY. It was all during the pandemic. We had a few of us just living here during the pandemic, isolating, and including Sarah. Sarah lived with us for a while too. And everybody who was, negative was just like coming over and recording and stuff like that. And it was a product of that time. It was actually really weird. It's crazy that time period when we started. We were stopping doing shows, and we had planned this for months. Like even yeah, a very long time. We had planned stopping doing shows, and literally right when the shutdown started happening, like a week before, we had announced that we were going to stop doing shows and focus on recording. So it almost like it's weird. It fit in our schedule to the pandemic fit in our band schedule. Like, we were going to stop doing shows anyways. It was weird. It was definitely strange. it fit really well into our schedule for that. And we took advantage of that time that we had to actually just get down to work and, really just try and produce something new. And we're really proud of that EP. We did really good on that EP. There's still a lot of things I wish we could have done better. That was our first time doing something DIY, and like knowing what we know now, we know quite a bit more. Our next DIY release will probably be a lot better. But yeah, that was definitely a learning experience for sure, for us. So that's that. That's yeah, that was Pandas. That was a crazy time.
Word, word. In the notes on Mystic Herb, it said first ever marijuana ska punk ballad.
I was trying to come up with something to like sell it because I don't know. I listen to a lot of ska punk. I'm like the ska punk guy in the band. I'm the guy who listens to ska punk. I have like ska punk tattoos. I it's ska punk's kind of like my life. But I don't know a lot of ska punk lead songs, and there's not a lot. There's not a lot, and not only is there not a lot, there's not a lot of ska punk like ballads in general. So I was just kind of like milking a horse that doesn't exist to try and promote that song. That was all me. I was just trying to say something that sounded right. I don't know. I probably got laughed at quite a bit for it, to be honest. But yeah, no, it was I like that song a lot. That was one of our early ones. That was the first song that Eddie, our old trumpet player, wrote for the band, and I added my parts into it and stuff like that. It ended up being really cool. And and yeah, that was definitely a reach on my part.
It might almost be true.
It might almost be true. Exactly. That you got it. You got it. That's fine.
We do all the things we say. It's all love. It's all love. The things we want, the vibes we bring. It's all love. It's all love.
Yes. Now let's get into songs we wrote in high school, because it is your latest release, and it's great. Sorry, I've had a long day. It's a fucking great track list. I love that album.
Cool. Hell yeah, man. So yeah, what do you want to know? It was just like it was a product of those old songs, that's for sure. It was supposed to be on that 2015 release. That release never even came out until 2022, which is weird. It came out on YouTube and stuff, but yeah, it was a part of that release. Those songs were, and they just we never did justice to those songs. So in like 2021, I think it was 2021. Yeah, we got to the studio, Pot of Gold recording, which is where like Madamasca, Real Big Fish, Half Past Two record. We got there, and we were working on that thing for a while. Again, another 10 songs, actually 10 songs, including We Are Enough, Mystical Herb, all of the 5 songs we wrote in high school songs, and then 3 others that were involving our old trumpet player that might never get released. But yeah, we did 10 songs with Dave Irish from Pot of Gold. And after everything, it took us so long, man. Partially too, like, I don't know, a lot of us were really picky, and like, I don't know, we had a lot of scheduling issues and errors, and like, it was our first big time recording with like a really professional guy who knew what he was doing and everything like that. So we all had these like, I don't know, we went into it unprepared. We had like little to no pre-production before we actually got in there and did it. So we were doing a lot of pre-production mid-studio, which is extremely unprofessional, or at least felt unprofessional, and that's neither here nor there. But yeah, so that ended up taking a very long time. It took us till this year to release, because of all of that junk. And just took, yeah, so like from 2021 to now, to when we released it, it was just sitting in the archives, and still 4 songs from it are still sitting in the archives. Another case of just like only releasing what sounds good and is ready and stuff like that. Very, very picky, but I have a good feeling about our new stuff that we're working on now. I don't think we're going to be as picky or choosy with the newer stuff. We're a little bit happier. We got a really strong group right now. The band's changed quite a bit since those Bridge City session videos, and and uh, and the Pot of Gold recordings. We're like a whole different animal right now. We're a lot stronger, a lot more consistent and happy. So yeah, I mean it's looking good for the new stuff. But yeah, songs we wrote in high school. Yep, they are songs we wrote in high school. They were recorded as adults, and yeah, kind of that album is really just closure, for us, I feel. I mean, some of those, like Good Day had some new influences on it. Like Good Day was revamped a little bit. 911 was revamped a little bit. The rest of them really just kind of were just, we wrote them in high school. We recorded them the best we could and added whatever we could. And just, we finally put them out. So, that's, that's, I'm glad they're out, but I'm also really glad to move on to new stuff. We're the new stuff that we have right now, I'm so happy about, I'm proud about, and I can't wait for people to see it, man.